Well, here we are with this gem of a rig here. This is all part of what we're going to have to do for the old flame truck, which I'll show you, and we're going to do the engine swap on it. We got a good deal on this old car. It's a 77 Impala wagon, and we got us a little grease buff in here and a good little 350, and we're trying to get it fired off and get it running. From that old girl there to this. And just kind of wanted to introduce you to the Flame here. We call it the Flame Truck. It's American steel. We've had this thing since about 1980, oh gosh, early 80s, and I think we painted it in 88. And it's been outside most of its life, sadly enough. So clear coat's peeling off and everything, but so anyhow, I'll run you around it here just real quick. We never have put a spare tire on this thing. The paint inside used to be in the bed in there, used to all be white and looked nice. And the boards used to look nice. We kind of need some new boards in it. So anyhow, I don't know if you can see it, but right there it says Len, and I think it says 88. I don't know if you can see that. That's a little shout out to Leonard, my buddy. He's painted this thing. We helped him, but he painted this thing, and real quick too, the flames took us over 8 hours to do the flames, and we forgot the paint, and I had touch-up paint in little rattle cans, and that's what we actually used to paint the flames on this. So I took one side after he shot it with a base coat clear coat, and so our base coat white. Each of us took half the truck and freehanded and drew flames. And so then we looked at what each of us had, and we stole from each other's flames, and then we copied it and put it on there, and then flopped it over and did it on this side. So anyhow, that's how that went. And I was going to show you this back here. This is a stencil my mom made out of that old contact paper that you used to have to put on your shelves. Uh-oh, we just got invaded. And they put that contact paper on shelving, and that's what we used, and Mom drew up these letters and everything all herself, and she made my stencil for this thing, and we just about peeled the paint off. That stuff was so sticky. You can see the clear coat's coming off of it. But so the cool part is I get a piece of my mom driving around on the truck still. That's pretty awesome. Mom passed away quite a few years ago, so it's kind of neat to have a piece of her with me. Anyway, it's still got everything inside here from when the kids took it to the show, but it did look pretty nice at one time in here. We had it all painted up pretty nice. Never did have a very good radio in it, but got the little gauges down below. I don't know if you can see the knob, but it's got a 5-speed overdrive out of a little S10 Chevy pickup in it. So pretty clean inside still. Just some of the paint leaving us. That's what we're doing the engine swap on. Well, I guess it tried to fire off, but it's puking out antifreeze. So I got to stop that problem. we poured out a little bit of antifreeze right here, and I got that put on. You can see I got a little puddle there, but it sounds like it runs good. It just got a little lifter tick, but that'd be par for the course. I'm gonna have to take that, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna have to take that, yeah, you can't see it, but that line down there, I'm gonna have to take it off, and then, I don't know, it's been sitting in this gas tank. I got told had a hole in it, so probably ain't getting no fuel anyway, which is what it's acting like. So I'll have to try to make a makeshift gas can here and try to get a line down to the fuel pump, and then I'll see if she'll stay running. Alright, well, I got that line hooked up to the fuel pump. I don't even know if the fuel pump works, but we'll see if we can get it to fire off and keep it going. Tried to fill up the bowl for the carburetor. Guess I need to have the battery hooked up, don't I? Yeah. It's not going to run unless the battery's hooked up. My makeshift battery cables. Alright, now we can try. See what we get now. The starter holds out. See if it stays running this time. Another leak. Well, she fires off. She is spitting a ton of antifreeze out. I think our lower hose is junk, but she runs good. Well, she's running. We have a little bit of smokage. Hopefully that'll, once it warms up, that'll stop, I hope. So we'll run her a while, see if that'll subside, I hope. Okay, I realized I got that one down there fixed on the radiator hose, and then I got this guy fixed, but if you look right there, I didn't have a hose on the top of the water pump there, and it wasn't spraying everywhere. I know they did some, but that must mean I'm pretty low on the water, but it's good antifreeze, so at least hopefully the block's good. So I gotta take and plug that off so that I can put more water in it and run it longer so it don't get warm. But all right, I'm gonna go do that. Well, we got her running. Sounded pretty good. Lifter tick went away. Doing good. Had to put some tranny fluid in it. It didn't have much of any. It's not smoking now, so that's a good idea, right? That's a good thing. I don't have any brakes really, but I want to see if that tranny will work. So you guys can be the witness to that. how bad this smells. Tranny's moving it. Now that I got fluid in it. The mouse house right above my head that I don't want on. Well, as you can see, we're getting a little closer. I got it at a pretty good angle. I'm trying to take the motor and tranny out at the same time with no adjustment on my chain. We'll see if it's possible. I don't know. Alright, something broke. Something broke. Alright, we got her. Woohoo! I gotta say, that's the easiest engine I've ever pulled out. Gonna clean this engine up, and I'm gonna put a different intake on it, put some new gaskets in it, throw a little bit of paint on it, and then we're gonna put this in the flame truck so Mama can have a rigging to drive while we tear down her 57 Chevy 4-wheel drive wagon. So we'll have it tore down, I don't know. We're giving ourselves 2 years on the 4x4 wagon doing the chassis swap. We'll see how long it takes us. We got to put a whole floor in that car too, so I'm kind of giving you a sneak peek at what's coming up. I'll show the donor car and the 57 side by side so you can see them before we take them apart. So anyway, but this is going in the flame truck, so I'll have to get it all cleaned up. And the engine that's in the flame truck's pretty nice. It runs real good, but it smokes terrible. So it'll give me time to go through that engine, and I don't know, we might put some new bearings in it and some all new gaskets, get the heads checked out, and probably kind of do a quick rebuild on it, a redo, I should say, and clean the cylinders, put some new rings in, and away we go. Thanks, Steve. What do you know? He did us good on the car, so at least we have an engine. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, our little tractor works good for everything. I just picked up the front of the car and nestled it back in there. Worked perfect. Another thing ready. Mama gets home, we'll put the hood on the car and the stuff off the roof inside, and the guy's coming by to pick it up tomorrow. Good day. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Sun's trying to shine, clouds are out. We're cleaning an engine. Well, welcome back to God Guy Garage. We're kind of under the gun this week. We've got a flame truck here, American steel, made in America. Anyhow, we're down to the wire. We got to try to get the engine swap done on this, get the brakes done on this, whatever else. I don't even know what else. And got to get our steel wool so that we can get the rust off the tire rims. It's always coming back every year because they're brand new. Not. And I got something else. We're gonna show the beast again. Mama's 4-wheel drive 57 wagon. If I don't fall down trying to show you. So we've ran this thing for a really long time, just like this. And I'll show you the ugly underneath. Not so nice. All this is going to be upgraded and changed. I don't know why this radiator still works. It is just pummeled. I don't even know if you can see the bad spot there. Anyway, so we've been running it for a long time just like that. And we're gonna show her again this year. I don't know why I say show. We're a part of the car show, but we just enjoy the people in the cars. So, and we're trying to get our little American steel flame truck going. Like I said, we're kind of up against it. We got this guy in here that we're gonna replace. It looks good and everything. Tried to keep it au natural in there. And I don't know if you noticed, but them are 2.5-inch dumps. Them are actually original Corvette units. Found them in the trunk of a 57 Chevy I was wrecking out decades ago. So anyway, we're gonna do that, take that out, and put that guy in. So that's the idea, and we're kind of running out of time to do such things. So I'll keep you posted as we go. That we're gonna have to do the spark plugs on and stuff. So I gotta pull the plugs out because they're fouled after all this time, and we'll get that done and clean that one up, and that'll be good for Mama. And then we'll get on this one. My son's gonna come over and we're gonna start wrenching on old flame here.
Well, we got pretty much everything undone. Dad's just finishing putting up the...
So we can hook to it, pull the motor.
Yeah. They're whatever you want to call them. Attachment points.
Yeah.
But got the tranny unhooked. Got all the motor mounts, all the lines, everything's unhooked. all we gotta do now is pull those 2 bolts that are right here. These 2 and these 2. And then we can pull the engine forward.
And pull it out, hopefully.
And pull it out. And then we get to put that guy in.
Well, we got her out. How long did it take us, son? Hour and 30 minutes. And then we get to put that guy in. What do you think?
We gotta take the water pump off. We gotta take the bell housing, the clutch, pressure plate, all that good stuff off. Gotta take the carburetor off. We're reusing all that stuff. Dad's gonna have to paint the water pump because that's definitely not gonna match. What else we gotta put on here?
I'm just putting in the bushing. We got a T5 tranny in that thing. 5-speed overdrive like I have an S10 or whatnot. So we got that in there. And this was an engine that came out of a car that had an automatic in it. So I had to put a pilot bushing in here for the transmission. And I sized it up down there and it fits. It's just something I have that's new sitting in a box. You know how you do. I have parts sitting around, so I had to make sure it was going to fit that shaft on that T5, and it does. So we got that put in, so we're good to go.
Perfect. Also, we can't use the HEI that was in this engine. We have to use the old school points, mostly because the back of the engine sits really close to the firewall, so the HEI does not fit. So back to the old school way, which this engine ran on previously, so it is tried and true.
What they used to do is just take a big huge hammer and beat the crap out of the firewall. I've already done that a little bit for the valve covers to get her on here, but because they're bigger than stock. But I didn't want to cave that in some more up where the distributor was. Well, I've seen that done a lot on these old trucks, but I didn't want to do that.
All right, well, we got some work to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the water pump here, and a little tab for our timing marks here is in the way. So the water pump actually, this part of the water pump here, actually rides up against this and does not fit. I cannot get it to go on. So we're gonna cut this off.
The newer engines, this is a 77 engine, 1977. The water pumps come out lots farther. These are just the little bitty guys. They don't stick out very far. They're from the older cars. So they don't have room for them to put anything in there to look at the timing. We still need these timing marks. I'm hoping we'll still be able to look in behind there, but I'm gonna see if I can cut this off without ruining this thing. Piece of cake.
Like butter.
So
Now does it fit?
yeah, so we'll put this on before the stuff dries up completely. Maybe. There it goes. All right.
I think I might be cross-threaded.
I think you're all right. Oh, better get that. Oh,
No, you gotta
put that in
yep.
first, don't we? Okay. Where's the other bolt?
It's a nut.
No, I need another bolt here. Where's that one at? Da! We found it! We found it! It was on the floor! On the floor! No pit crew there, but we got it done. we need a... That one's only holding by about 4.
Oh, I need to get the fuel pump off the other one too.
3 threads. I'm making pretty tight.
That's stupid. Shaft does not want to move.
Alright. Yeah, I moved it earlier,
You
so
did? Okay.
yeah, we're good. Alright, well, that didn't help us any. Sadly enough, we just have to do it by ear.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, there's no way you can see in there, is there?
No, not straight down. You could see from over here.
Need the fan back, don't we?
You could see it from over here.
Oh, okay. No, okay.
We'll have to do that.
Good.
Did you hear me?
What?
I said there's no way people are going to mistake that this is orange on camera. Because
oh, crud, I forgot to paint it.
well, look at the camera. In the camera, it's so orange that it looks red almost when you look at it.
Oh, yeah. So I guess so what you do is you, for backyard boys, you know, people have Armor All for all kinds of stuff, but the poor man Armor All is actually just WD-40. Watch, we'll put some spit shine right on this with WD. This is painting.
I think you need some more paint.
I
think your rag's running low on paint.
Yeah. Well, that's how you get WD-40 clean stuff. Oh, that's good enough.
Yeah, it almost matches, to be honest with you.
It's gonna be good enough. That's not a good sign when you got weepage there, come to think of it. That's not good. We'll pretend we didn't see that.
And we got to put your ginormous fitting back on.
Hey, when you can't find the right parts, you do what you gotta do. You improvise. Okay, see, we already got that painted up. That turned out pretty good. There's a lot of ratcheting.
Yeah. You take carpal tunnel right out of the picture.
We'll end a few minutes. There we go.
Good. Now we just gotta take it off.
And take all these off.
Threads still look good.
There'll be one down here somewhere. Where is he?
It should be right here.
I know.
It is, it's right here. Yep.
Okay. Oh, a fairly new clutch. Yeah, it's nice. So this here clutch disc. So this is a 57 Chevy pickup, and that transmission that we put in is the T5, and it's got a 14 spline. And the original transmission that would have been in this, it would have had a 10 spline. And the biggest clutch I could find was like an Astro van or something. And that was I can't remember if this is a 9.5 or what, but that was the biggest clutch I could find. And I did this transmission swap early. And I say that because now they've got all kinds of stuff on the market. Now they actually have clutch discs with 10 spline or with 14 spline that will fit this and not have to be something weird, kind of like the Dodge Astro van or whatever the heck it was I got this from. I don't even remember, it's been too long ago, but they've come a long way. And I had to cut 3/4 of an inch off of the input shaft on this transmission. And nowadays they have different input shafts, they have different kinds of things you can do. Anyway, just different things. They've come a long way on their T5 tranny conversions. But here we go. Oh, is this got the, hey.
Definitely want to use that.
What?
I heard it bounced through the freaking
Breakers down the oven already.
sitting around top.
Well, we've almost got it in. We're missing a bolt, and nobody's taking responsibility for that.